Hey guys, hey, it's Nightcop34 and I am back live. And as the title goes, I'm done with this, with what I'm doing. I'm ending it now. This idea that I had about going through and sorting out all these files, it has been a nightmare, because one thing I forgot is, and I've talked about it a lot online or when I'm live, is I do duplicate file program. Meaning before I release a map, I go through and I get rid of all the duplicate files. For example, let's say this piece of metal underneath that red is called roof. Just a roof. I go through the duplicate file program, and there might be 15 roof DDSs, meaning 15 roof textures, but they're all identical. So I get rid of 14 of them, and I narrow them all down to all pull from, what is this, Campbell Soups, textures, Campbell imports /Campbell's /textures /roof DDS. So if I take this Campbell's and I export it out, and I fix all the files to go to textures, shaders, and shared, and then I import it back in and I delete this one, and then I delete that file because I have to make a new file to export it in, so it won't use all the same other files. All 14 factories that was using this texture is now white. Everything's white, and you got to look around for them because it might just be a side panel or something. And that's what I was getting involved with. I mean, this map here that I'm on is a map that I backed up on the 23rd of this month. So, and as you can see on the right hand side, there is no Anheuser-Busch like there was yesterday, and Campbell's, and I had to go all the way back to the 23rd to, hey George, Rod, hey buddy, Bridget, nice to see you, darling, Grim, hey Whit, and I got your message about this, and it just, this is a map from the 23rd, and these labels are here. I ran over here to look, and I saw can everybody look at their ocean spray? Because Whit sent me a screenshot of this without the labels. The labels were gone. But I came over here, my labels are here. So I don't know. But this is from the 23rd, but that's still after I released the map. I released version 3.0. So I'm not sure. But I've been, for the last hour, I'm so disgusted with what's happened that I'm done with it. I've tried to figure out a way, because here's what I don't understand. When I export all with files, it doesn't matter if it's pulling from another factory, it's still going to export that file as a texture, and it might be in a folder saying Anheuser-Busch, and then I get them all and I put them all in a textures folder. You guys have seen me do it. And then I go through the i3D and tell them where to find those textures. So I just don't. And here, let me do this. I go back, because I want to look at this ocean spray too with those signs. Let me pull up, because I saved the one I've been working on. I saved it in case I want to go back to it and try to start over. But let me bring that i3D file up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And the biggest problem is at the pasta factory, because all the trim on the pasta factory is white. The building's fine, but all the brown trim around the doors and all is all white. And I don't know how to fix that. Not without exporting the whole thing. I've just been sick to my stomach all day with this. Okay, so this, let me change camera views real quick. Okay, so this is the map that this was the map that was in my farming simulator folder, okay? And this is the one I've been working on, because if you'll look over here on the right hand side, go down, there's Marlboro, chicken breeding, cardboard, Pepsi. These are all the ones that from Anheuser-Busch all the way down. But then I start looking around here, you see all this white? That's not supposed to be white. See all this white trim? That's all not supposed to be white. None of that's supposed to be white. It's all brown. These aren't supposed to be white. They're not white in the other one. And not only that, I'm missing a ground sign here that's white. I mean, it just goes, wait, what's this white in here? Is that white or just a reflection? Okay. And then I go over here and the grill, it's white. I don't know, have no clue why that turned white. I haven't touched it, haven't messed with it. But again, by eliminating my duplicate folders or files or textures, that's what's happening. And then here, let's go over to oh yeah, see, it's not there. What the hell? It's there. I see it blinking right there. And look at these. These are white. Oh my god, this is white. I didn't even see that. Oh shit, I duplicated that one with this. Yeah, that one's white. Because like this texture. Oh shit, look, the cow's white. I mean, there's just so many issues. What is that? Oh. Because like with this right here, I will take this and the texture on this round thing here, and I'll narrow it down to just one texture. So every water barrel like that is pulling the blue from one texture. If I delete that folder, then it's lost the texture, and that's what's happened. And I haven't even went around to everything. I just saw a few and like, golly, so disgusted. I saw this out here, and I've done this one, I think, Marlboro. That one's okay. Oh, I saw something else too. I think it's still, see out here, back in the back here. See, this is all white. I have no clue why that would turn white. No clue. This is just the issue that I'm running into. And this is just the stuff I've found so far. There's got to be other stuff that I haven't even seen yet. And you guys will find it when you start playing it if I keep it like this. But what I just don't understand that when I do a building, if I was to take this building, of course I wouldn't take this one now, but I'd take the one from the 23rd. Let's see. Hi Pet House Trick. I think I must have your new version. Your new version comes still. Oh yeah, let me take a look at this greenhouse. I don't understand why you're getting monster drinks from mustard. I don't get that at all. I mean, I haven't changed the fill type. Okay, that's going to be product 4. I mean, I just put the Monster energy drink in. So I don't understand what's going on there. But she'll go, we had the same thing with cauliflower. Cauliflower wasn't even on the map. And she was loading, somebody was loading cauliflower. So let me bring up, when this loads, I'll bring up user attributes too, because I got to see that. See, it's mustard. The field type is mustard. How in the hell are you getting... Okay, so let me bring up the... What are you using? What trailer were you using? It wasn't the BD, it was the product trailer, I think. Thank you, Rod. Everything is fine with Rod on Ocean Spray. Hey, Morpheus, how you doing, buddy? Shit, I gotta log back in, really? Shit. Shit, I gotta see where cars are. Okay. Okay. Close it out. Bring it back up. Let's see, you have to then in the game wall on the cart really stands mustard. I don't understand what you're saying, Whit. Here, say what you want to say and go translate it into English. Write it in your language because it makes no sense to me. You have to then in game wall on the cart. What cart? Really stands mustard rank very weird. Have you seen on print script? Yeah. Huh. Damn it. Okay, well, Whit, I don't understand what you're saying, darling. Use Google Translate, write it in your language, and make it translate into English, and then copy and paste it over here so I can understand what you're saying. Because none of that makes any sense to me. Hell, I have problems with English. I can't speak another language. Okay, so, oh yeah, I wanted to look at the, I think she was doing the product trailer. I think. Shit, was it the flatbed or was it the... Let me do this. So let me bring this open. I'm going to open the i3D for the product trailer and look at Monster. I got people loading Monster at the wood chips, and now they're loading Monster at the mustard. What the hell's the deal with mustard or Monster? Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it. She's saying when she goes to load mustard, it loads Monster drinks, and I just checked it. It's a mustard trigger. Here, let me change camera views real quick. Okay. Here, let me... Well, where is it at? Okay. I'm gonna have to unzip it. I thought I could do it this way, but I can't. Alright, so let me extract it. Get rid of the zip file like I always need to. That's what screwed me up on the honey. Okay, so now I'm going to open it back up. There we go. I'm looking for mustard. There's mushroom. Nope. There's the energy drink. Yeah. Okay. Didn't see mustard. Mushroom, raspberry. Did somebody see mustard? Because I hadn't seen it. Okay, so let me see which mustard. Are you kidding? I didn't add mustard to the product trailer? Okay. Let me look at the BD trailer. All this time, nobody said anything about it. Okay, I'm opening up the BD trailer real quick. I'll change camera views once it comes up. Oh shit. Damn. Okay, so let me change. Well, I didn't change camera views before. I thought I did. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so this is the BD trailer. And let's look at fuel types. I'm just looking down this list on the left-hand side, guys. Mustard right there. Okay, so I got it there. Let me go back to the product trailer. Okay, so we're here. And I don't see mustard. Energy drink, lettuce, peanuts, mushroom, coffee, smoked salad, cheese, butter. There's Heinz mustard, but not mustard. So guys, I guess I just forgot to put it on these trailers. It's the only thing I can figure, because I don't see it. I'm already down to venable and dog food. I know I put it long before then. And then if I go to the mod desk file, it's only got H mustard. I'm not finding mustard. So I guess I didn't put it on there. Okay, that's why it's loading that very first product. That's why it's loading mustard or energy drink, is because that's the very first product. I don't know why it would do that, but somebody can. Hey Rod, can you use a pallet or the BD trailer, the brown BD trailer, and go pick up mustard with that? See if it still loads Monster drinks. It shouldn't, because that's on the okay, so we gotta add mustard, but hold on, that's a second thought there. Let me go back here. I'm still trying to figure out. This is farming simulator here. This one's the, see, this is the map I want to stay with, but everything, not everything, but so many things are white, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix them, like this right here. Oh man. And with the way I've done it for the last 9 months, every time I go to release a map, or I'm wanting to clean up this file size, I use that Duplicate Cleaner Pro, and it gets rid of all the duplicate textures. But I still don't understand why, because if it's using a texture from a different, it'll duplicate it and put it in there, because I said export all with files. Wow. Like this right over here, I had to import. See, I finished this one. This one was all done, and then I had to import this stand because it was white, and replace it. And I don't get it. I just don't understand why it's doing that, because I tell it where all the textures are. So that one I can try to do. And then that one's all white. This is all white. Wow. Oh, is the one out here, is it white? Nope. Okay, good. Yeah, these aren't white. Oh my God. And I'll tell you something else. When I do this, when I take, like if I take this building and I say duplicate all with files, oh my God, it does a mass duplication of textures that are already in different folders in other factories. So it may work well, but I pulled up my duplicate Pro today and had over 536 duplicate files, and I just cleaned them out the other day, and it's because of those factories that I've exported all with files. So it will duplicate all those files into that particular factory folder. And that's what I don't understand, is why anything is turning white. Well, no. I know why this is white. Because I deleted either... It was pulling that texture from the Marlboro Chicken, Cardboard, Pepsi, Campbell's, or Domino's, or something like that, and I deleted that file it was pulling that texture from. Same with this. That's why everything's white trimming. It was pulling it from the Campbell's Soup, and I deleted the Campbell's Soup folder and called it Campbell's and redone the whole Campbell's thing. So even though the Campbell's will be fine, nothing will be white here because I've told it where to find the textures. I didn't tell this factory where to find the textures yet. And it's doing a mass duplication of these textures. So anyway, I'm going to close this out. Say no. So I don't understand, from the 23rd till now, somehow these signs have sunk. Because here's the one from the 23rd. That was Tuesday night. When I got off live, I always back up the file, and these are fine. And there's nothing white on the map, I don't think. But here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to remember these were rigid bodies, so I'm still gonna have to fix that, which is what I was doing right before I went live. You can also use duplicate any better because there are more files, same name or thing, it gets that way. Yeah, I use that duplicate Cleaner Pro. Hey Ace, how you doing, buddy? I use that so the file's not so large, and I get rid of, like, if sometimes there's 20 textures of the same name, same texture, and being used by 20 different factories or things on the map. And I'll go through the i3D file and change all those file paths, you guys have seen me do it, to one file path. So if I change it all to, say, Campbell's Soup, and all those factories are pulling that texture from Campbell's Soup, and then one day I export it like I did the other day, import it back with a cleaner file system, and then delete the old Campbell's Soup file, then all those factories that were using that texture is gonna turn white now. Had I never used Duplicate Cleaner Pro, then I'd be okay. Because what is that? Why is that color? Oh, okay. Because when I import a factory, it's got all the textures to it. But then, like I said, I go in with Duplicate Cleaner Pro and say, nope, I don't want you to pull this texture right here from lasagna. I want you to pull it, all of them like that, from one location. And I delete all the other 12 or 14. And sometimes there's only 3 or 2. But I still delete them all. So this is where we are, guys. I'm not going to be able to do that because I never know when I delete a file an older file because I've reorganized a new one for that factory, and I delete the old one because it's got these long file paths. I don't know what I'm deleting. And most people wouldn't have that problem because most people don't use a duplicate cleaner. They just go with, you know, whatever. But I like to keep the file size small, and now I wished I hadn't, because then I could do what I needed to do. But anyway, it is duplicating the hell out of textures, though. I mean, badly. So anyway, so let's see what I want to do. I need to go and let's fix Campbell's real quick, and I'm gonna fix the flatbed and the product trailer too. So let me get Campbell's soup. No, Whit, it's not that. The texture is still with the. When I export and then import, you know, organize it for texture, shaders, and shared, and I bring it back in, that texture is still being used by that factory. But because I've deleted that texture in several other factories that I hadn't done yet, then they're all turning white on me. So I really wish I could figure that out. Now see, here's what I could do. I could take this map right here and I could export this and bring up the old map and bring this back in after I organize it. But when I delete that file, the old file, what else is going to turn white? You just don't know what's going to turn white. And that's going to go on and on and on and on until, you know, Trust me, I wish there was a way, because I really wanted to organize these files. But it's not just that. I'm organizing the files, but then I'm duplicating the hell out of all these textures, which is going to make unless I spend days and days going through duplicate Cleaner Pro and the i3D file, it's going to be a massive file size, because every time I export one of these factories it's duplicating all the folders that it used to pull from. So if it was pulling a texture from Anheuser-Busch, now I got a folder in the lasagna or in the pasta file that says Anheuser-Busch. I open that up and there's 4 other files inside that one that's got different textures to it. And I grab them and I put them all in one texture folder. But anyway, I'm probably talking foreign language to a lot of you. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it, but I really wanted to organize all these files. It's really I'm going to open that map back up. Huh, 30 degrees, that's freaking cold. Where's it 30 degrees at? Calling 30 degrees hot? Holy shit. That's why I don't have a passport to get to New York. It's too cold there. Okay, so let me change back. Let's see, I think no, it's not this one. This one. Okay. Trying to get it up where you guys can see. Okay. So here's where I am. I'm back on the old map. What I could do, first let me see if I can fix this other thing first, because that's going to be a nightmare to fix. Hold on. Because I really like these files organized. Oh shit. These two? Holy hell. See, is this... Okay, at least that's not white. So that's white. Oh shit, this is white. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Let me go over here. Do I still have it? Let me make sure I still have it. No, I don't have it anymore. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. See this white pole? I'm going to see if I can replace all. Because I brought one in and I replaced the one at Marlboro. And I just want to see if I have to go to each one, because there's like, I don't know how many of them things is on the map. They're all over the place. Okay, so let me bring up replace. Load that. Bring this down here. And then I need to go okay, perfect. You need to learn how text files work, Pat, as to white textures. Right, I know how it works. If GE cannot find the location of the texture, it turns white. Is this white too? Yeah. That's white too. That was not white before. I don't think, was it? No, that wasn't white. That's white. There's just so many things wrong. I'm just thinking. Actually, I need to make this part of, let me separate this, because I put it together before. I think it's not going to work out right. Yep, Rod, I know all about the white files, or white textures. Well, you know what? Hell with it. There's just so much wrong. That thing over there is white. This thing over here. I mean, no, I'm not gonna. There's just so much. No, I don't want to say it. I'm just gonna stay with the map from the 23rd. And I still need to. It was a good idea, but it's just not gonna work. Okay. Come on. Oh, yeah, I still need that. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to export this. Get Campbell soup. Export selection. And I'm going to make an i3D file. Rod, I know exactly why I have white textures, sir. I know why I have white textures. And I know how to fix it. But in order to fix it, then it's going to create other white textures. And it's going to do that until the very, very last factory is completed. I mean, it would just be a nightmare. But I know exactly why I got white files. I never said I didn't know. I don't know how to, on the pasta factory, I just want to fix that white area. And it won't let you in there under the material editing to replace it, to get rid of it. So, to hell with it. I mean, I'd have to take it out, redo the whole files again, bring the lasagna or pasta factory back in and replace that one. But then, how many other factories are pulling textures from the pasta factory when I delete that old folder? So, I don't know. But no, I know exactly why I got white textures. What did I say was white earlier? I wanted to make sure that was white. Yeah, this right here. See, yeah, it's gray. Yeah. If I'd have never used Duplicate Cleaner Pro, then everything would be fine. I wouldn't be having these issues. But see, once it turns white, I can't highlight it and go into Materials Editing and tell it where that texture is. It won't come up. Okay, so where's the catch in GE then? If the catch doesn't refresh, then you end up with the original data and not new data. That's what my i3D file's for, Rod. I tell it where to look for those textures at. Okay, maybe that wasn't Okay, that wasn't white. Let me look at this other one then. Was that? I know that was white. Yeah, it was white. Still thinking. I really like the idea of shortening up the file paths. But see, all this was white. All that's white. All this trimming is white. And the only way to do it is to import or export this building. And while I got it exported, I might as well do the files and then import it back into the map that I put in the backup folder today. And that would fix it. But then what other problems would that create? In other words, I don't want to spend a month going through fixing white textures. What now? White textures, yes, but not the damn catch files path. Store those textures paths. Change paths in GE doesn't update its catch file. Store those texture paths. Change paths and GE doesn't update its catch file. It doesn't need to update a catch file. GE goes by the file path that I put in the i3D. There's a folder called textures, and it's got all the textures to that factory in it. And I go into the i3D file and I tell it, this is where that texture is. It's in pasta /textures / the name of the texture. So pull it from right there. There it is. I'm telling GE where to get the brand new one from. So I don't know what you mean by a catch file. GE doesn't have a catch file that I know of. It has a i3D file path. And as long as I put the correct file path for this roof, it's going to find that file, that texture, and it's going to make this roof look just like that. If it can't find it, then it's going to turn it white. So what catch file are you talking about? Just look in your map edit folder, maps, and you'll see files ending in catch. Okay. Okay, it says map 01 terrain type dot catch, terrain map catch, terrain weights dot catch. So what does that mean to me? I have no idea how that would help me. It's just a catch file. So let me open it up in Notepad and look. Oh no, that's just ACK over and over and over again. Okay, so let's go. Okay, there's no catch file in the main folder. But if I go into maps, there's some Koch files, but it's all about terrain and stuff. Okay, so I still don't understand the relevance of me finding a Koch file for a temporary storage file. Once I tell the i3D file where this texture is, it finds it. That's not the problem that I'm having. The problem that I'm having is when I delete, let's say I did this lasagna factory or this pasta factory, and I took all the textures and put it in a texture file. No matter what folder it was in, I put it all on the texture file just inside the pasta factory. And then I go in the i3D and I tell the i3D, okay, everything's in the texture files. I change the path to say textures / whatever the texture is. Once I save that, then I import that new factory onto the map. It's gonna show up right where the lasagna or pasta factory is. Then I'm gonna delete the old pasta factory, and then I'm gonna go into the map imports folder and delete the old pasta folder, the old one. The problem is, what other factory was pulling textures from that old pasta factory file that I just deleted? Because I deleted all those textures except for the one in the pasta factory with my duplicate Cleaner Pro, so I could save file space. And I changed the file path in all those factories to say this is where you're going to find that texture now. You're going to find that texture in the lasagna factory or pasta factory. So when I delete that old file, something on the map is going to be turning white. The reason I'm having white textures like this, is this one? No, this is the wrong map. Let me bring up the map and I'll show you what I'm talking about, Rod. You're not understanding. And you think I'm not understanding you, which you're right. I don't understand what the Koch file's got to do with GE. You're saying that because you don't understand what I'm saying. I've been working with this shit a year and a half, man. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just brought up the old map. Okay, so this is where it's white. So let me change camera view so you can see where I am, and I'll display it for you. Okay, so this is white because it was pulling this texture, because I deleted all the textures that made this door frame gray except for one texture, and they were all pulling from it, and it was in the Campbell's soup. And how I know that? If I highlight this right here, well, it usually highlights the whole thing. See, it's 1176. You have not been doing GE for 37 years. You're talking about one thing, I'm talking about GE. What you're talking about is not going to work in GE. And these Koch files, where are they at? Of course, I don't need them. I've got the textures. I know where my textures are. The problem is getting them right here where I need them without importing the whole factory again. Okay. So all this white area right here, oh, now that's not going to show up, that's a different texture. But if I bring up, I think you guys can see material editing, I hope. See right here where it says blend? Okay. There is no diffused texture there, nor will it let me get one. It's grayed out because it's white. Once it turns white, you're screwed. They should be able to, like right here, I can click on that and I can find a specular texture or a normal texture. But it won't let me just find the regular texture for this thing. Let's see. Nope. Won't let me do it. But if I go to wood, because they were all pulling from the same texture. This was pulling from, let's see, back. Okay, this is my backup, so it's not going to show me. Let me, oh, I know how I found it. I went to the map where it's not white. This is what I did earlier. So let me change camera views and I'll show you. Okay. This is how I know where it was pulling from. I go over here and it's not white here, so I can actually look at the texture. So let me go right here and I'm going to highlight that. And that was 1176, so it's highlighted. But since it's not white, it's got a texture. So I bring up material editing and it lets me pop this out. And I hope you guys can see. Right here it says this texture is being pulled from mods, factory farm, / maps, imports, Campbell's soup, textures, and pipe. That's the pipe.dds is the name of the texture. And it's pulling it from Campbell's soup. I deleted Campbell's soup folder on that other map because I made a new folder called Campbell's and I organized all the files and then deleted the Campbell's soup. So if you can tell me how I can just go into the where it's white and pull up a Koch file and replace that texture in material editing, that would be great. See right, okay, right here, because you guys can't see the picture that I bring up, but right here, if I scroll over, you see in that little diffused text box, it was pulling it from the Campbell's soup folder. Once I deleted it, then it turns white, like it is now on the other map. Let me go back over there. Okay, and that's why it turns white. What would be great is if it would let me take this and, but it won't. It won't let me do it. This one in Lambert 1 is grayed out. Oh wow, it's let me do Lambert. Hold on. Why won't it let me do this blend? Yeah, no. I've been through this before. It ain't gonna let me do nothing. Rod, you're not making any sense to me, sir. I'm not doubting that you know how programs work. I'm not doubting any of that. I'm not doubting you've got a lot more experience than I do. But what the hell does a Koch file got to do with what I'm trying to do here? That's what you're not making clear, and you're talking, but you're not making it clear what the relevance is to what I'm doing. I have no clue what you're talking about. So what if there's a Koch file? What the hell does that mean to me? Nothing. That's what it means to me right now. Because if it does mean something, then you haven't explained why I need it. How would it help me change these white textures back to the normal texture? Nothing. It has no relevance to what I'm doing. Even if I had a Koch file, I don't need it. I know where the texture is, but I can't change it here because you see where it says diffuse texture? It's grayed out. It won't let me hit that button and choose the texture that I want. If it would, I'd just click on it, say, okay, here's the new texture, and it would fix it. It'd be fixed in, 10 seconds. But it won't let me do it, and I don't know why GE does that. You have to actually import the whole thing again and replace it, instead of just telling it where a texture is. Now, if the texture's there, like the wood, see, the texture, it's found that texture, because I can click on it, a picture comes up, and it says, it's being pulled from Pasta Exports 2 Farming, it's long file path. The next one is glass. Okay, it shows the glass. The next one is Lambert. And I don't know why it's showing me that. Let me see what Lambert is over on this other one. Oh, see, it doesn't even have a texture for Lambert. Okay. That's why it was showing it to me. Hey James, how you doing, buddy? It does load them, Rod. It does load when I change the file path to show it where the new texture is. It does change it. But what it doesn't do is, I didn't go into the pasta factory because I didn't know it at the time and say, hey, this one texture that you're pulling from Campbell's Soups, now I need you to pull it from Campbell's, and I'll show you where that file is, that texture is. I didn't do that because there's thousands of textures, and I don't remember which one I deleted in Duplicate Cleaner Pro and which one I assigned it to. I will only know that when I delete the old folder of that factory, and then shit starts turning white. Then I'll know, oh, okay, I guess it was pulling textures from that folder, from that factory I deleted. So, like this texture here was being pulled from Campbell's Soup. Well, I don't have the Campbell's Soup file anymore. It's called the Campbell's folder, not Campbell's Soup's folder, because I deleted it. I made a new file or folder, put the whole brand new texture, shaders, shared folder. I organized everything. It's not the factory that I just worked on that's the problem. It's the other factories that I haven't touched that were pulling textures from that factory that I deleted. That's the problem. Has nothing to do with a Koch, has nothing to do with, it just has to do with, I didn't go in there before I deleted the Campbell's Soups folder and tell the pasta factory to, hey, now I need you to get this texture from this place, because I didn't know that's where it was pulling it from. When I'm in Duplicate Cleaner Pro, all I see is file paths. I don't see textures. I just see a file path. Okay, I go look for that texture in the i3D, I find it, and I change the file paths to all those textures to one file path. And this just happened to be, I changed it all to Campbell's Soups and got rid of the one that was pulling here, because see, Campbell's Soups is using the same texture. That same texture Campbell's Soup is using somewhere in this building. I don't know exactly where, but it's being used. And that's why it's not showing up white here, because I told the i3D file, I want you to find it in the textures folder, and there it is. But I didn't tell the other ones, like this one, for some reason that whole texture was being used by another factory that I've deleted. And I narrowed it down to one texture, and because I deleted a folder, now it can't find that texture anymore. Just like if this make it simple. If this pasta factory was pulling 5 textures from this factory, because you can do that. I can change the i3D file path and say, okay, I don't want 5 textures here and then 5 textures of the exact same thing over here. I want this factory to pull all 5 of those textures from here. But then one day I delete this factory, and I delete the folder that goes with this factory. Those 5 textures that was being used by this factory from this factory will all turn white now because they're gone. But at that point I didn't remember that I was sharing 5 textures with this factory. Say it's a year later, I don't remember. So I delete the folder, and now I got 5 white things here. That's my dilemma. And now I'm finding that this is white too. Damn. And I could fix this. No problem, I could fix it. All I have to do is go into the other one and export it and do what I did yesterday. But then what other problem is going to arise when I delete that folder? What other shit's going to turn white? It's just going to be an ongoing thing. So I'll fix this one. Because, the other day, guys, I fixed the pizza plant. If you guys remember. The pizza plant was all white. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'll fix it. And I organized all the files and exported it, imported it back in, and it's fine. But that created other problems because I deleted the original pizza folder, where textures was also being used by other factories. Okay, so I just love those short file paths. Is that white too? Yep, the fence is white. Damn it. Shit. Yeah, I wish I had never used that duplicate file pro now. Because it's not the factory that I'm worried about. When I pull this factory, it's going to pull, even if, like this plant right here. Let's say I told the i3D file that I want you to pull this texture from Anheuser-Busch because I got one of these at Anheuser-Busch. But when I export all with files, it's still going to pull that file. I'll just have a file in the Marlboro that says Anheuser-Busch. And then that texture will be inside that folder, and I'll grab it and put it in the texture folder. So the factory that I'm working with, that I'm trying to organize, that's fine. But once I delete the file in the old Marlboro folder, whatever factory was pulling textures from that is gone. That's what I'm running into. Well, if there's something to do with a Koch file that would let me change the texture instead of importing the whole factory again, then let me know, Rod. But I don't see what a Koch file. I don't even have a Koch file. I have I have a file. It's but it says terrain. They're all terrains. I don't see a Koch folder that's got. And even if I found it, I can't. GE's not going to let me just swap out that file. The only way I can do it is to export that texture in here and then replace. And I'd have to do it to each section that's white. Everything that's white. The gutters are even missing. Wow. I'm just sitting here to determine whether I want to move on with this map or go back to the one on the 23rd. But see, like this one here. See, all I have to do, since this is small, I'll do it, is I'm going to go back to the main map, which is here. You guys should be there. And see, this is all perfect on this map. Okay, so I can click on that. I mean, I can fix it. It's just, I don't know if I want to fix it because it's going to be an ongoing drama constantly. So there's the Buffalo Grill. Yeah, they're loading that monster drink because it's the very first thing on the list. Damn. Let me make sure I have an empty folder to put this in. Export to. So get rid of that. Okay, I'll fix that. I just got to load that. I never loaded mustard to the product trailer. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so there's the Buffalo Grill. I can grab this and I'm going to export it. Export all with files. Export selection with files, not all with files. And then I will go up to desktop and I'm going to put it in my export folder just so I can work on it. And you guys saw me do this yesterday. Okay, so that's done. So then I go over to, let me bring up the export. Bring up another one. Export. Okay, these ain't too bad. Huh. Okay, I'm going to change camera views so you guys can see what I'm doing. That's not what I want. There it is, export. Okay. So let me see which one you guys are looking at. Let me see if this one says shaders or if it still says the original. Okay, so you guys are looking at the one on my right. So here is a clean textures and everything of the Buffalo Grill. And what I do is I go in this BD, go to shaders. I'm going to grab that. And I don't have a shader, so let me go ahead and just copy that whole folder and I'll put it out here. And that's the only thing in the BD, so I can get rid of that. And then I go to exports, Cavalier Production, and I'm going to take textures and I'm going to start sticking them in the textures. New models, sheds, textures. Okay. I'm working with another folder too. I got two of the same folders open is what I'm doing. Okay. And the exports, I can get rid of that. Imports, models. Here's all those textures. Put those in there. Crane. This goes in the shared. Oh wait, let me just get this shared folder because that's what I need. Crane. I don't think I have a shared. Shaders, nope, but I need it. Okay, now I have a shared folder. KFC. So it's taking stuff from KFC too. So that means when I delete this folder, something's going to go wrong with the KFC. Oh shit. Right there. The only way to prevent it is to go through every little small tiny texture at KFC and find out where it's pulling it from. And that would take hours. Okay, so I can get rid of that one. Imports. Now let's look at palettes. And put that in there. Get rid of that. So now I got shaders, shared textures, and that's it. That's all I need. But now I have to go in and tell the i3D where I moved all these textures, or it won't pick it up. And this is where I get confused with Rod saying about the Koch, because if there's an easier way to do this, I'm all ears. If there's a Koch file somewhere that just lets me load the textures that I need to load, that would be wonderful. So let me change camera view. No, it's not there. Notepad, there we go. Okay. And I'm just showing you how I would fix that white building. Now here is the BD shaders, but I got rid of the BD folder. So I'm telling it, now it's in the Buffalo Grill folder, but it's under shaders and then emissive light shader, XML. Everything now is under textures. There is no models folder. So I'm going to take this, copy it, and then bring up my find and replace. Bring this down a little bit. So see, for the factory to find these textures is going to be no problem because I'm telling it where to find it. But what I'm not doing is I'm not working with the KFC, because I saw some textures that came from KFC, or that's being used by Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I don't know which ones they are. I'd have to stop, go look, or redo KFC when it turns white. They're shared. See right here? Right, it says imports, KFC, models, textures. So this white paint diffuse is being used by KFC also. Now, I would have to go through everything in that scene graph under KFC to find paint white diffuse. It won't say paint white diffuse. I'll have to bring up each texture, go to the materials editing until I found the file path that I'm looking at right now that said paint white underscore diffuse. I mean, it's hard to find it. It would take hours to find that one texture in KFC. Oh, Rod, you said something about you found a way to fix those white square things at KFC. And I'm just explaining this to you guys so you understand why I'm thinking about going back to the 23rd map. I don't really want to. And see, here's a Purina factory. Imports Purina textures. So what that tells me is in my Duplicate Cleaner Pro, this texture, I said, look, always look at the Purina factory textures, unload pit, diffuse. That's where I want you to pull that texture from. And I got rid of the other 5 or 6 that had the exact same texture. Now this texture is still in the Purina factory, but it's also going to be in this factory. And I got one at the truck stop, Monster Factory, wine production, Cava. Oh shit. Anyway, when I delete this old folder, there's going to be other white stuff that comes up. And if you have a way for me to fix that real quick, that would be wonderful, buddy. I'm all ears. Oh wait, nope, I need textures, and that says texture. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, I thought it was more than just one. Okay, here, let me grab this. Textures. Okay. That looks good. But now I need to go in and let me take a look at the shaders to make sure there's no file paths that I need to change here. Nope, not there. Vehicle shader. Okay, nope, I want it to look in shared, and this was in what folder I did this in? This is shaders. So see, it's going to look in oh, it says too many. I just want it right there. Okay, so now the dirt normal, I'm telling it, look, you're in the shaders, go back one file and look in the shared folder and you'll find dirt normal. And let me save that. Okay. So now I'm going to bring up the i3D for this in, oh no, I already did that, not that. Shit. I'm going to bring it up in GE and I'll change the file path, because I always want to look for anything that turned white. Oh, excellent. Hey Tay, how you doing, buddy? So Rod, how would I fix it? 6 files needs deleting. Can you tell me which they're going to be inside the KFC folder in the textures? Okay, so let me change camera views. Not that one. Okay. Alright, so here's where I am. And I just want to take a look at the... Wait, what was that over there? What is that? Now see, that's something that's in the... it's being used by another factory. Oh shit. These all lines too. What's this? Is that underground? See, there's nothing to the... Let me get in the front of this thing and I'll see. Yeah, that's probably being used by something. I don't know, that's pretty low. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and look. I want to find out what's being used by these little spotlights. That's crazy. I think they're underground. They are. That one is anyway. That one is. Those are. All those are underground. Okay. And what about the... Oh, that's the... That's the parking lot for Applebee's. But there was also a yellow... I'm just curious what that's being used for. Let me come back over and see. Damn it. Okay, so it's to the right. So let me go see what it's being used for. I don't see anything that close. See if it's underground. I'm just looking. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up. Oh, it's the one way over here at Walmart. Okay. Holy shit. So that's... I'm gonna lose... Well, no, I won't lose it because it's still here. Okay. And I haven't deleted it, so okay. But I am going to delete these spotlights right here. I don't know what they're for. Let's get rid of these. Wow, a lot of spotlights underground. Never knew they were there. so why is that white? Okay, let's see what this is. Because I can go in the i3D and fix this. Because that was obviously pulling. No, I remember that, let me see something. Nope. Okay, so that's the grain. What's the name of the... I need the name of the texture. Okay, so let me... Why did that not come over? Grain station delivery date. That's the whole thing. Okay. Oh, it's just gonna hit the trigger now. Hey Wayne, how you? Excuse me, how you doing, buddy? No, I didn't want to break from it, Bridget. It just had more problems, more issues that I had to get in here and fix. Nope, I didn't want to break. I wanted to play. Okay, so I'm trying to highlight. I'm at the other map, trying to get this. I just need to know the name of it. Is that it? Yep. Let me go to material editing. Okay, so it's called Grain Station Diffuse Wheat. Okay. So now let me come back over. And I'm gonna save this and close out because I know what I'm looking for that texture. And I'm gonna bring up the i3D again. Okay. So I just want to find. It's not in there. Why would it not be in there? But I've got the texture. I seen it earlier. It's called what's the name of it? Grain Station Diffuse. I know it pulled it because I saw it. Grain Station Diffuse Wheat. Right there. I've got it. So why is it not picking it up? So evidently that, but it no, it picked up the texture. So why didn't it? Okay, so let me make sure it's not pulling it from a shared folder. I mean, not shared, shaders. See, I looked in here, and all that was is the shared dirt normal. Okay, it's not there. Look at the other one. It's not there either. That absolutely makes no sense at all. Okay, so let me go back to the map. Did it not highlight? Yeah, it did. The whole thing oh, no, maybe not. Let me look. Golly, come on. You had the Buffalo Grill right there. That really makes no sense. Come on and highlight the damn thing. Hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? Oh shit, you're looking at a white. Hold on. Damn, keeping up with this with this camera is a bitch. I'm trying to figure stuff out and I gotta keep moving the camera around. It wouldn't be that way if they just follow me. So all I wanted to do is just whatever one I have up front, that it should just switch over to that one. Okay, so I exported everything. I've got the texture. Go away. Grain station wheat diffuse. Why doesn't it show? Let me look at this again. Okay, I have two shared. That really makes no sense why it didn't, because it is part of the of the export. That's just another GE bullshit. See, it's highlighted. It should have. I should have. I mean, I have the texture for it, but for some reason it's not in the i3D. It's weird. It's crazy as hell. Okay. Thank you, Rod. I'm just waiting for this thing to highlight on GE so I can export it. Okay, I'm gonna export. Put it in Buffalo. There you go. It took everything but this delivery gate crate. But it took the textures because I've got them. Okay. So I'm going to open up the Buffalo Grill again, and I'll change camera views. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Okay. I'm going to import the delivery gate. And I'm going to go up here and replace. Go down. Load it and replace. Okay, close that. So now that's there. Oh, I gotta go down and let me delete the one I brought in. And I'll save it. Just make sure everything is. Yeah, everything looks fine. Where's the front area right here? I'm going to close that out, and I'm going to bring up the i3D now, because it's going to have some stuff that I got to change. Change camera views. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to look in this folder real quick. See, here's some imports. Monster again. Okay, so that's supposed to be in the shared, okay. So we'll put that in shared. And import monster shared. Got that. Arena textures. And these textures should already be in here. Yeah, just replace the damn things then. Okay, so let's get rid of the import. I'm going to get rid of the delivery gate. And now I can bring up the, well, I have the i3D file. Imports Farina. Let's see, I put that in textures. Unload, I put that in textures. I put this in shared. And everything else should be right. Yep. So I'll save it, get out of here. And I'm going to bring back up the Buffalo Grill. Change. I'm going to be back at the map in just a minute. I've got to maps, import. I'm making a new file for the Buffalo Grill. I'm just going to call it the grill. Well, grill. Okay. So then I'm going to export all with files. I'm going to try something real quick. Hold on. What's all this? Dominoes. Okay, I don't need that. Let me get rid of all the dominoes. God damn it. Okay. So I'm going to close these out. Let's see where. Oh shit! How'd you guys get a black screen? Boy, is this is hell trying to keep up with his camera. I'm telling you. Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna be over here exporting real quick. Let me think. I'm fixing to export everything with files into another export. I was watching a video today, and I think that may help. Let's see. Export all with files. Let's go to desktop. Export to. Oh shit. I'm just gonna call it Buffalo. No. Okay, good. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let me get out of here. I didn't save changes, really? Yes, I did. Okay, so I can close that out. I'm going to bring this up. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to take a look at it real quick, and I'm going to export it into the map. Okay, now I'm over here where you guys are. Let me move. And I'm going to export, or import, I'm sorry. Oh shit. Nope, I can't yet. Damn it. Okay, now I'm back where you guys are. I'm going to import. Oh wait, this is the wrong map. I need to come over to the one that's this one. Oh shit, I gotta change the camera. No, that's not it. I don't know why they gotta make it so difficult. I just want it to follow whatever window I have up front. That's the one you guys should see. That's not it. That's it. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna import. No, Val. Nobody told me about another error. I really want to hear about that. More problems. I have not touched Silo 2. If there's an error, that sumbitch has been there since the day Maverick released the map. Because I've never touched Silo 2. Okay, there's that. And that all lines up. That all lines up. Okay. So let's go up here and get rid of the I gotta look for the other grill. I don't remember when I brought that in. Let's see, Kellogg's. No, it was after Kellogg's. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, no shit. No shit, Scott. That's a bitch keeping up with that camera. I mean, because I'm busy doing stuff, jumping from one window to the next. And for you guys don't get a black screen, I got to make sure I remember that camera. Okay, so I'm deleting that one. Yeah, I have never touched Silo 2. Or Silo 3. Or Silo 1. Haven't touched them. They're all set up, and hell, there was nothing wrong with them, so I never messed with them. Okay, so see, that's fixed now on this map. And that's how I can fix it. But now, when I go, let me save here. And here's where the problems come in. And it may not, because this is a small little selling point. I don't think I made that the center of textures in my duplicate cleaner. Yeah, what problem are you having, Bill, with Silo 2? I'm just waiting for this thing to save, and then I'm going to go delete the old Buffalo folder. See, the time to do what I'm doing now is as I brought in the factories. That was the time to do it. Not as an afterthought after I've got 58, 59, 60 factories and I've been using duplicator cleaner. The time to do it is as I brought them in. When I got them from JV Rivers, I should have went through, but I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing then. Hell, I still don't know what I'm doing. But, here, let me go over here. Is there anything wrong with KFC? Okay, Rod, I'm here at KFC. What do I need to do, buddy, to get rid of those lights? I'm all ears, buddy. I'm yours. Come on, Rod. Tell me how to do it. While you're doing that, I'm going to go get rid of the old Buffalo. Maps, imports, and Buffalo Grill. I get rid of. Delete. Okay. Yeah, you gotta use sunflower oil to make French fries. Heck yeah. And potato chips. That tire looks flat right there. that little maroon car. That's okay. It's only flat on the bottom. It's good. Rod, I'm here. Let's fix this. Because see, I don't see it in GE, but I see it in game. Okay, so I saved it. I'm going to close this out and bring it back up to see if there's anything else that turned white. Okay, let me get out of this one too. This would probably be the one that I go back to. We have vegetable oil on the map, don't we? Yeah, we have. I thought we had vegetable oil. Sunflower oil, vegetable oil, and peanut oil. I think we have vegetable oil. But you know what, Bill? I would have had no idea that sunflower oil burns hotter. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, vegetable oil. Guys, I have no idea why Maverick decided to go with sunflower oil. Probably so you'd have to plant sunflower seeds in the field, harvest them, take them to the sunflower factory. It gives the sunflower factory a purpose. Find polysurface 1. Okay. Polysurface 1. In the transform group or in my textures folder? Well, no, I gotta change it here. I can't just delete the texture because then polysurface 1. Where do you want me to find that at? In the transform group with KFC? In GE? What the hell are you talking about? Read the chat. I did read the chat. Read the damn chat. I did find polysurface 1. That's what you said. I'm asking you. In the transform group? Because that's going to be a bitch to find. Or do you want me to find it in the textures folder? There's a big difference there. You didn't say find the polysurface 1 in your textures folder. Okay, so there's KFC. Do you know how hard it would be to find that texture in the transform group? Okay, there's several of them. Okay, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 of them. What is that? Let me highlight it. Okay, so there's polysurface 1. Come on, let me move, GE. Damn. Okay, that's the lights. What's inside the lights? Street lamp night. Polysurface 1. GE. Yeah, I found the Polysurface 1. There's 6 of them. You can look on the left hand side and see where I am, so it takes it about okay, I've got them. And then if I hit the plus button, it drops down. I got a Polysurface 1 and a street lamp night. I already did, right? I'm at the Polysurface 1 transform groups. There's 6 of them. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. There's 6 Polysurface 1s, and there's a plus sign beside the left of each one. Click the plus sign. I already did. If I click the plus sign on Polysurface 1, I've got Polysurface 1 and Street Lamp Night. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, get rid of that modem, Rod. What the hell? We don't use dial-up modems anymore, man. We use Wi-Fi. Okay, street lamp. Delete it. Okay. Street lamp Corona. I can do that. I need to delete them out of each one, all 6 of them. Okay, got it. It'll take a while, but I got it. Okay, delete that. So that's what was causing those white squares in game? Wow. Oh shit, let me close this stuff out or it's gonna keep going. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. Hold on. Yeah, I put the fluorescence on the ceiling because, as you'll see in GE, I did not know those lights actually worked. I need to get rid of my fluorescence. I put them in there because, like I said, I thought it was just going to be dark in here. So I put my fluorescents in there so it would light up. And I can get rid of those though. Like I said, I only put them in there to... Okay. Oh, I don't need the parking lanes. Okay, so I got rid of that one, that one. Okay. Hey Wayne, how you doing, buddy? I'm just waiting for them to all highlight so I can delete them. Street lamp Corona. Thank you, Rod. Well, why didn't this last one highlight? I clicked it. Rod, I appreciate it, man. Very much. Now I'll delete them all. And then I'm going to get rid of all those fluorescents because we don't need them. Okay, perfect, Rod. It's perfect. Very nice. And once I get rid of the fluorescents, it won't be like daylight in here. But as you see inside GE, it does. I thought those light lamps were just for show. I didn't realize they would actually work. Okay. And my light should be, I think I put them right here. Let me see if I'm pretty sure that's my lights. Let me turn around and look, see if one's highlighted. Okay, that's outside. Okay. So let me just highlight one and find out where they are. I could have swore it was those. Maybe it's the light 01. Yep, light 01. I thought I had more than 2 in here. I had like 4 of them in here. No, I haven't heard any updates at all, Scott, but I would, man, it would be so nice if GE finally did something nice for the modders, you know? Make a mod to make it simple to convert the factories over. That would be so cool. Hey Raj, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live stream, man. And for those who's new or just got here, Rod's being mean to me. Just let everybody know. He's already said damn to me. What other cuss word does he use? Why do I need the fluorescents? I thought you said the lights work. Rod, why would I need the fluorescents if the lights work? I put those in here myself. all by myself. Okay, well, I won't delete them then. I don't understand if these little lights work, which I did not think they did. That's why I put the fluorescence in here, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. Okay, I won't delete them. Oh, Raj, I'm doing okay, buddy. A little irritated with trying to get the maps or the files shortened, but I kind of gave up on that. I quit. I'm done with it. So anyway, this is the map I'm going to be. I was just showing you guys earlier how I would fix that. I'm back on the. This is the map from the 23rd. Everything works fine. Oh, you know what? I still need to go in here. Wasn't there? Yeah, these lights. I want to get rid of these. You know what? I can probably do that easier just by doing this. Well, here I can. Okay, Wayne. Appreciate it. He told me not to delete them. He knows more about it than I do as far as, you know, how it lights up. I haven't really seen it, but I think once or twice at night, somebody reported the squares to me, so I went in there at night and looked at them, but I don't remember looking at the... I couldn't really tell that the lights over the tables were on because it was so bright with the square. Goddamn, Rod, are you listening to me? What, like, you're like on pause. And you come in every now and then and you're like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes behind me. What the hell's going on, Rod? Are you listening and watching? Or are you just like using your ESPN to try to figure out what I'm saying? Fuck. I said 4 minutes ago. Okay, I won't delete them because you know more about that than I do. See what I mean, guys? He's being mean to me, man. Damn it, Pat, don't delete it. I just said I wasn't. I don't know any other way to say it. But goddamn it, I'll go over there now and delete the whole fucking building. Okay. You need to keep up with me, Rod. Jeez. Yeah, see, this would be way too slow, I think. It'd be a lot easier to do it my way. Because there's a lot of them under here. So let's do... Where was that? Oh well, I'll just click on it. Okay. Yeah, Wayne, I can dim them and brighten them and all that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, you guys can't do it when you're in game, but when I put it here in the factory, I can make them brighter or whatever I want. Okay, attributes, user attributes. Let's get this. I'm going to get rid of all these lights under the ground is what I'm doing right now. And to do it a lot easier, I'm just going to export this. So let me go here, mods, factory, maps, imports, and Buffalo Grill. and put it right there. No, I can't lighten the ones at the table. Those are, I don't think I can. Well, if you're listening to every word, Rod, why didn't you hear me say, okay, I won't delete them? You know more about that than I do. And 5 minutes later, like, damn it, Pat, don't delete them. You're not listening. I'm not doing sign language, man. I'm actually verbally talking. You deaf bastard. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up in GE all by its lonesome. And shit, I gotta go back through the folders. Maps, imports, and Buffalo Grill. Yeah, I'm glad you said a big delay, because it's a big one. Holy shit. Okay. So what I'm going to do, oh shit, I got to change camera views. Or you guys won't see what the hell I'm doing. I think that's it, isn't it? Nope. Isn't it? Yep. Okay, I'm back in GE with just the, and I'm going to delete these. Yes, I've done this once before, but that was the other map. The one that, Is that the whole thing? Yep. Okay. I wish it would stay right where I want it to. Might have to fly around here and look for the lights. But yeah, I've done this once before today. But again, that was on that map that I put in my backup folder because of all the white textures everywhere. And I was just working with it, but I decided, no, I'm not going to mess with that shit. It's going to be one problem after another. It'll be 2 months before I can release 3.2. Where is this being? Power light? Under lights? Okay. I'm just looking. Make sure I didn't miss any. So let me go through these power lights then. Let me reload this. Yes, I want to reload it. Where's that at? Okay, that's actually on the building. Okay. I don't see anything else. Okay, so we're going to save it. And let's get out of here. And we're back here. I'm going to import. Factory farm, maps, yep. Import it. Hell no, Glenn. No, I can't do that, Scott. I don't think I can control the lights. I may be able to. I don't know. Let me go take a look at it. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here and look for Buffalo Grill. Right there. And let's replace. Load it. Go down to the bottom. Come on, let me hit the bottom. So basically, guys, all the work I did yesterday, because I started that Wednesday night. So everything Wednesday night and all day yesterday was for nothing, because I'm back on the map. When I got off the live stream Tuesday night, I saved this map, and that's what I'm on right now. So, and replace. So all the file structures and getting everything down to just 3 folders for each factory is done. I'm losing too many textures, and then I got to go find them and figure out how to get them back in there and redo that factory, and then something else goes wrong, and it's just been a headache. Okay, so that's been changed out. Now I can get rid of the Buffalo Grill. Okay, so now what I got to do is I got to get rid of, you remember yesterday I did that rigid body, but that's on the map that I basically will throw away. I'm getting rid of that map. And see, here's something, even if it wasn't causing that kind of an issue, every time I export all with files, it's duplicating all those textures that are already in other factories, and it's making it exclusive for that factory that I'm exporting. So when I got done, I would have a month worth of going through. I've done I did 5 of them, 5 or 6. There's 574 duplicate files or textures. And that's a lot. That would take a long time to go through, because I got to copy the link or the path and get the name of the texture, and then go into i3D file and search each path with that texture on it and change it. And that's for each texture. So I'd have to do that 574 times just with the 5 factories that I organized. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Okay, so that's done. Let me, I think I already, so let me bring up that Buffalo Grill, Factory Farm. So I need to get rid of the i3D. And then let me go into, I think I did Campbell's already, didn't I? I did. Okay, so I'm going to bring the Campbell soups up. And let me change, well, let me get over here first. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to change camera views so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is what I did yesterday with these. Let's make sure they didn't sync again real quick. Okay, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. Okay. So I'm right here. I've got to lift this thing up. Let me slow down. I don't need to go fast with just one item. Okay. I just want to make sure when I go in the box that I stop. Okay, right there. Okay, and that's the number I need, 9304. Okay. Let's see where that is. That's there. 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 And that should be the top. Good deal. Okay. Well, shit. I need the attributes. I'm just bringing these up so they're even now with the ones below. And then I got to go through, remember, and get rid of the rigid body. The reason they sank like this is because of the rigid body. These rigid body palettes do not do good on this map. Okay, it's not hitting. Okay. You guys know this will take forever in GE all by itself. Okay, that one's done. Okay. Get this one. See where that's going to take me. And that should be the first one. Yep. Good. Wait a minute, did I mess that one up? 219. Okay. Let's save that right there. Go up here, close this one out. Well, I don't really need to close it out. I don't know why I did that. Because I'm going to need it anyway to get rid of the rigid body. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're having fun now. This is a repeat. This is a rerun from yesterday. We already did this once. Okay, so let's take a look at all these. Make sure they're make sure I got them all and didn't miss anything. That looks good. Let's take a look at these. Yep. Just making sure I got them all up. Okay. So now we got to start from the very beginning. Let's go down the list. Very top. Now let's get rid of rigid body. I wish there was a faster way to do this. You gotta do them one at a time. Should be a way just to highlight the whole group and say turn it all off. I was just making sure I got that one. Yeah, if I don't turn this off, hell, in a couple of days it'll sink right back into the ground. Same way the I also got to go do the Friskies cat food again. Of course, that'll be easier. I can just bring that whole thing over to in GE. Okay, there's two. Let's do this one. And it's funny too, because when I tested Campbell's soup and I didn't have any problems at all. I really think this is a GE fluke. For some reason it just turned them on to rigid body. Because I don't think Maverick, I got this from Jordan's map, I don't think he has rigid body turned on his pallets. Now I know he changed trigger, so I could be wrong. He could have it. It may not be a glitch. It may just be but I could have swore I looked to see if rigid body was on when I was loading them on the trailers, and it wasn't on. Now I gotta go check the trailers too to make sure they're not rigid body. You're gonna have a hell of a time going down the road with these things. Just make sure I got him. I thought I missed one. Done with this. Okay, so we can save, and we're good. No more rigid body. So we're going to get out of here. Oh shit, I just saved. Oh, I moved. You can't move or it'll ask you to save again. So let's get out of here. We're going to go back and we're going to import back into the map. See, Campbell soup and Campbell soup. Alright, and it should just land right on top of that one. Hold on just a minute. Macy. Come on, Macy. Come on. Good girl. Okay. Alright, so there we go there. Let me go up to Campbell soup here. And I just want to keep it in the same scene graph, or same order, so I'm just going to replace it. Okay, so replace. Load. Well, hello Pat, what is going to I got some I got some rigid body stuff going on I had to get rid of, man. Just waiting for it to highlight. Wow. Come on. And that's just gonna go blank on me. Wow. Well, thank you for allowing me to replace GE. Okay. Okay, so now I can delete the one I brought in. Hey guys, if you haven't done so yet, like the video. And if you're on Twitch, just hit the little heart. I think that's what it is a heart. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, or follow me on Twitch. That would be wonderful, guys. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Now I'm going to save it just for general GE principles. You never know about GE. Now we got to go to Perina and get rid of the rigid body over there. Can't believe I never added mustard to the product trailer, or the, oh yeah, the product trailer. Damn. That's crazy as hell. Damn. Okay, so we close that. And was this the one? I can't remember about the ocean spray. I know one of my maps I couldn't see it, and the other one I could. Yeah, these are fine. Okay. Yeah, let's go out here. Right here. See how that went down through there? That's because it's rigid body. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate it, buddy. Don't let Morpheus rush me, okay? He will. He'll try to rush me. No, actually, he's just trying to get me in to play the game. I'd rather be playing the game. Trust me. Playing the game is fun and strategic. GE's a pain in the ass. Come on. Thank you. Okay. I'll highlight that. I'm going to export this. And we're going to put it in. Imports. Is this the right one? Yeah. And this is Perina. Here it is. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for your support. Okay. So now I'm going to bring, let me get rid of this Campbell i3D and go bring up the Perina. Once this loads, I'll change camera views. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Like this. Oh wait. You know what? I forgot. Shit. That's okay. I can bring those up. Let me bring this up because this one's crooked too. That's the rigid body thing. Let's see. 90. Is that straight? Yeah. Okay. That don't look straight. That does not look straight. Look straight up this way. Huh. It's not straight. See, now it looks crooked. Maybe the one on the bottom's crooked. That's okay. Okay, 9305 again. these are crooked. Look how yeah, look how crooked they are. And then this one, I'm gonna make this one and this one the same, because I gotta move all this up anyway. Okay, so I'll save right there, and now let's take care of rigid body. See, these pallets were all straight and nice and neat, and I guess each time I save or something or load the map, that rigid body tears them apart, moves them down, they sink. One of them had rigid body turned off already. I did that one. Okay. So we can save it, get out of here, and we're going to bring them back into the map. Import. Yeah, no kidding. It is going to make me gray. God, the journey's just beginning when I start messing with FS19. Wow. Basically everything I've learned in GE with FS17 will be for nothing, because everything changes with GE with the FS19 version 8.02, I think. 8.0.2. Put them there. Okay, so let's delete these out of there. And then I can move that whole thing up, because I forgot to do that before I exported it. And then I gotta check the BD trailer, the product trailers, the flat and the dry van to see if these are rigid body. If they are, I got to get rid of them in there too. And then I got to load mustard onto the product trailers. Well, I got my work cut out for me, don't I? Okay. Let me slow down a lot. What the heck? Damn. I'm just trying to slow down, and it deleted them. Okay, now I can go in there. That's a little too slow. Okay. I'm going to say that right there because I don't want to go through that again. Then I'm going to bring up the BD trailer and check the Campbell soups and the Friskies to see if any of those are rigid body on the trailer, because, well, it seemed like if it was, somebody had been hollering about it, like, hey, I can load the Friskies, but it won't let me move my trailer. That's what happens. You can't move. It's like it's weighted down where the wheels won't turn. Just waiting for it to save, guys. We'll go over to the BD trailer and then on to the product trailers, the flatbed and the I may just delete that flatbed and just do the product trailer. When I'm done, just duplicate it and take the sides off. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to the BD trailer, bring it up, and then I'll change camera views. Okay, got it up. Okay, I guess that's right. Alright. So we're going to be looking for here's the cat food, and let's see if it's rigid body. Nope. See, that's what I'm saying. All I did was export that pallet from where you saw it sitting at Purina, brought it in here and loaded them on the trailer. And these aren't rigid bodies. That's good though. It saves me some time. Make sure nothing's rigid body. Airplanes. Nope. And meat box. Alright, that's good. Now let's look at the Campbell soups. Okay, so here is cream of tomato, or tomato, not cream of tomato. See, none of these are rigid body, and that's crazy. I didn't like bring them in here and then turn off rigid body. I just brought them in and loaded them on the trailer. Okay, so there's that one. Let's look at onion. Let's make sure this is the right. Yeah, it's Campbell's Onion Palette. I'm gonna bring it out just to see. Make sure. Yep, that's it. Okay. Well, I'm not disappointed. I'm glad it's not rigid body. Okay. So we can get out of this one. And I'm going to go check the flatbed. And I'll change camera views once it loads. It's still loading. Okay. Let me change camera views. There we go. And come out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. This is the flatbed. Go to fill planes. Still can't believe I forgot mustard. It's crazy. Let's see, there's cat food, and let's see if it's rigid body. And if it's not rigid body here, it's not. Oh shit, look at that. Oh, wait a minute, I saw rigid body pop up. I'm telling you, I saw rigid body. No? Well, these are just duplicates of the... I could have swore I saw rigid body pop up there on the... well, you know what? It was going from the trailer. Okay, so now let's look for... There's... tomatoes. Yeah, if it's not rigid body here, it's not rigid body in the product trailer, because all I did was duplicate the product trailer and then take the sides off of this one to make it a flatbed and change the name of it. Okay, so that's not... That is just really, really weird, because I'm the one that loaded these on here, and I know how I did it. I just exported the palette from the map, imported it in here, and loaded them on the trailer. So it's just weird that these aren't rigid body, but the ones on the map turned into rigid body. Okay, there we go. So they're not. Okay, so now I need to add... I'm going to go over here to the map, the main map. Let me change camera views. And we're going to go get a monster, or mustard monster. We're going to go get a monster mustard palette. And I want that one right there. Correct, Morpheus. Okay. So I'm going to bring this I'm going to export selection. Oh shit, wait, let me see how I want to do that. Yep. So I'm going to export the selection into the BD file, is where I usually put stuff like this. And I need to remember remember to go back. Let me get this thing out of Perina real quick. Mods. Because I'll forget all about that i3D file. The visibility nodes. So let me get rid of that. And let's make sure I got it out of Campbell's soup too. Because that takes up a lot of space. Yeah, I did. Okay. Taking in the BD trailer. There we go. And we're going to go to the BD trailer and put this in there. Oh shit. Cancel that. Ah, come on, GE. Okay, now I can export it. Damn it, I gotta go back through my files. Alright, there we go. Now what I have to do is I've got to go over here to my file and add these textures to the actual flatbed and the product trailer. So give me just a minute. Let's see, farming. Let me see where they are. I don't remember where the textures are, so I gotta look it up. Right over here on the left hand side. I believe it's in the BD textures folder, but I'm not 100%. Because I gotta copy that and put it over in the palettes for trailer folder. Whit, I really appreciate, if you're still here, I really appreciate you. I have no idea what that means. The GA stands for Georgia. I got that part. If Georgia's French fries kill Ken, poor me, Morpheus. Got it. Got it, Whit. Damn, I just read German. I think that is German. I don't know. Okay. So this is going to be in BD Textures, Mustard, Diffuse. Good. Okay, so let's go in there and do that. BD Textures, Mustard, Diffuse. Mustard palette diffuse. So then I can go over to the BD tray or the product flatbed and put this in textures. Okay, and then I need to get the fill planes. Okay, yeah, Dutch. Okay, I just read Dutch. Heck yeah. Thank you, Morpheus. There's his Twitch channel, guys. He does FS19 very well. Of course, I hate the fact that all he can do, and he hates the fact, too, that it's just, let's cultivate or plow, let's seed, let's fertilize. Then we're going to come back and watch it grow as we watch the cars rust in the town. And then one day, we'll come back and harvest what we got. And then if it fills up the harvester, we'll actually take it to market and sell it and make some money. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so let me see where this is. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, this is in BD Fill Planes, mustard seed. Okay. So BD Fill Planes. proceed, and we'll take that to the flatbed pallets for trailer fill plane. Okay, there we go. So we got everything we need on that one. So now, oh wait, did I, yeah, I did. Okay. So let me go to the, why do I have two of these up? Okay. This is the right one. What's this other one? I don't know why I got two of them up. Hold on. Yeah, I'll go ahead and save. I guess I had one up already. Thank you, Papa Smurf. Hey, and I found out how to change the file path to that dirt diffuse or that dirt normal. When I text you this morning, I found a Shy Wizard video that showed me where it was. It's in the, who would have thought that it's in the shaders? That blew me away when I saw that. I'm like, holy hell, in the shaders, huh? So I'm going to close all that out to make sure I got the right trailer up. So let me bring it back up. But thank you, buddy. I really, really appreciate it. But hey, when I asked you to send me that in an email, I didn't need what you didn't want me to fix. I needed what you wanted, the errors you wanted me to fix. I need a list of that. I saw that little, hey, you don't have to worry about these 8. I saw that when you sent it as a image in Facebook. I needed a list of, hey, fix all these errors. Okay, so we're in here. Let me switch camera views again. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to add mustard. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to import that mustard palette. Okay, so there it is. And I want it over here where I can see it, so I'm just going to go right here and bring it right there. Because there's no telling where it was. Yeah, please, Papa Smurf. Send me the list of the stuff I need to fix. Because I've got the thing where you said it's no big deal. You know, that's fine. And then what I have to do, guys, is I have to go in here because this is going on another mod that's not part of the map. So if I just put these palettes on there as is, where it's grabbing the textures from the BD trailer, then it's never going to show up in the, you're going to get errors, and the actual product trailer and